Today be our special pirate episode where we sail the seven seas for the best pirate booty!
Let me guess, you're channeling the captain from SpongeBob SquarePants?
Nay! I'm the scourge of the seven seas, the pirate captain Guybeard!
More like Gaybeard. Anyways, speaking of pirate captains, which fictional or historical pirate captain is your favorite?
Oh, I like the American pirate Captain Kidd! Oh, the name, a battleship for him! He's the real guy, the real pirate. Yeah, historical guy.
Well, for pirates-wise, I really like a character from The Princess Bride called Dread Pirate Roberts.
Oh, who is he?
He's the guy who fights. He's basically the main character, Wesley, and he's a character who's very swashbuckling, very Errol Flynn, and he's one of the more exciting type of characters in the story.
But not afraid of me, I'm the best pirate.
Welcome back to the Cosplay Show, me hearties. Get ready for a special pirate episode. With us today is our very special guest, Captain Hank of Blackfell, Philippines, who is infamously known for his portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow from the movies of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ahoy, mates! Ahoy!
I'm
Pablo.
That's already have penguins.
And all you land lovers out there watching the Cosplay Show.
Well, first of all, why Jack Sparrow? Why the character?
Guy, why not Jack Sparrow? Who doesn't want to be a pirate?
Oh.
I've been a Johnny Depp fan for a long time, and I really was
Love struck? Love struck.
good word.
Crushing.
Good word.
You had a bromance with Johnny Depp.
Totally, and I didn't think he'd do a good job before I watched the first Pirates movie some years ago.
Well, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
He's an excellent
very
actor,
good, yeah.
but I was thinking he might sell out. It's Disney, it's
Yeah.
based on a ride, he's doing a pirate show,
just like
pirate movie.
yeah.
But then, of course, when I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, he put pirates back on the map.
He was like Robin Williams in Aladdin, where he made it his own.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And in fact, I don't think any other actor could do Jack Sparrow.
Yes, definitely.
Wait,
After
Johnny
you
Depp.
watch it, you can't imagine anybody else
Yes.
doing that role.
It's his own. He owned it, and he should have won an award.
Well,
He
speaking
got
of
nominated.
speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, what specific film in the series did you enjoy the most, and why?
Aside from drinking rum.
Yeah.
Well, drinking rum is in all the movies.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, when I fell in love with it was with movie one, and in my heart, that will still be my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Black Pearl.
Yes.
Curse of the
Curse of the Black Pearl,
Wow.
exactly. That's when the love affair between me and Jack Sparrow started.
Really?
The bromance.
The bromance, I want to be him.
Personally, I like the second and third movie because of Davy Jones. Because Davy Jones was such a beautiful character to me. Like such a character that you can't really forget.
I like them all. All the 1, 2, 3, wow.
But
Well, there's a fourth also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
upcoming fifth, maybe.
Yeah.
But as arch nemesis, yes, Davy Jones has to take the cake. I mean, old squid face, he's
I think he's more of
he's got a
octopus,
big giant squid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who's not gonna love that?
and everybody on his crew, everybody on his gang's a badass fishman, fish monster. You got hammerhead sharks,
Is Davy Jones related?
starfishman.
Actually, I want to know, is Davy Jones related to Squidward from SpongeBob?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Could be. But I caught the whole very good SpongeBob pirate. I caught that too.
Now, let's
last year there was a film, the fourth Pirates.
Yes, the fourth movie.
Stranger
Tides.
Stranger Tides. Yes. So how do you feel about Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley?
Yeah, they were not part of that movie.
They were not in the movie.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it?
Well, yes, I missed them a little bit, but of course, I'm just happy to see Johnny Depp and Barbosa, Jeffrey Rush.
Barbosa.
Their bromance, their one-upmanship, for me, it's not a Pirates movie without them just going at each other like that.
Kind of like me, guy.
Yes, exactly. This is like Jack Sparrow and then Barbosa.
No, it's more like a Barbosa and that's the monkey.
And
The monkey's name is Jack.
Well, speaking of, there's a fifth installment. It's currently in the works and expected to be released next year.
There's a fifth?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And what would you like to see in the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Oh, definitely. I'd love to see Gore Verbinski come back and take the helm as director.
Yeah, it felt a little different, you know.
Stranger Tides 4.
So you mean
It needs the Gore Verbinski touch.
just
to have
he
that.
directed the 1, 2, 3 and
Yes.
the fourth one is different.
A different director. In fact,
Okay.
you know what? This is sad. I don't even remember the name of the director of the fourth movie.
Oh, okay. No, many people consider Davy Jones as the perfect arch enemy nemesis for Captain Jack.
Yes.
With the fifth
Me too.
movie, fifth movie,
Mhm.
who would you like to Jack to go up against?
Yeah. What opponent would you like him to go?
Shark Boy.
You know, it could be. Yeah, why not?
It was guy.
Let's call the guy from Twilight. Do you want to do Shark Boy again?
Or he could come up
I'm
against,
Team Shark Boy.
or he could go up against Captain America. Captain.
Wouldn't it be a big Captain Jack Sparrow versus Loki?
Now, what enemy?
I don't know. You know what? They've already pretty much, I feel, almost exhausted everybody in pirate lore or nautical lore. You've had mermaids. You've had Blackbeard. You've had your ghost pirates.
Yeah.
Davy Jones, the giant sea monster. They've had sea serpents. You know, going on Guy's Shark Boy character, I'm thinking maybe there's like an ancient tribe that worship that shark god, and then maybe they can bring him back. You know?
Yeah, there are actually like a lot of other mythologies they could go into. I'd like to see them go into some of the Asian mythology because there are Asian pirates.
Yeah.
And they featured it in the latest movie.
Asian pirates rocket
yeah.
harder than Caribbean pirates, I would say.
Well, the appeal of pirates as a whole is something that's been romanticized, you know, by Hollywood through the ages. And despite the fact that in reality they were quite very unsavory characters, actually gnarly. Yeah, gnarly. What do you think is the appeal of the Buccaneers to people like you and me?
I would have to say it's the lifestyle.
The lifestyle.
They would not work within any kind of system. They were outlaws.
Yeah.
In the ocean, on the sea, out in the open sea. And who doesn't want to do whatever they want to do?
So
who doesn't want to live
it's like running
that?
away with the circus or something like that.
And no rules.
Yeah, no rules.
But they're disciplined kasi they're a crew of a ship. So
Yes.
if you're a crew of a ship, you have to follow orders from the captain.
Well, I guess it's also
Yes. We don't want the ship to sink or get lost at sea, right? Somebody fell asleep and we all heard what happened to the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
but you don't really imagine yourself being, you know, the crew deck person. You know, when you're thinking pirates, you don't want to be the pirate captain.
They still have to do the basic amount of
The
stuff
menial labor.
on the ship, but for all intents and purposes, they were outside of the law, and that's what I mean by no rules. But yes,
It takes a certain amount of discipline to be a pirate, mate.
Especially
Believe it or not.
So, what do you think is the difference between a Hollywood pirate and a real pirate of the old?
Oh yeah, no, like what I was saying earlier, the pirates of old were like gnarly, ugly, toothless, hairless, one leg, one eye.
Because back then, you know, you had scurvy. So
Yeah.
people's teeth would fall out and they would look very pretty. They'd lose arms, legs.
They didn't have showers on those ships. You know, they stank. Hollywood pirates are like, for the most part, generally, they're like pretty. They're too pretty, you know.
They had like perfect teeth. You know?
That's why kudos to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
In all the movies, all the extras, all the guys on the crew. I mean, they were like dirty and gnarly, and none of this like the shirt just came back from the laundry.
The stereotypical Errol Flynn,
yes,
movies where
and other previous pirate movies. Even if you watch Treasure Island,
yes,
even the newer ones that came out in color already. Yes, you can tell like everything was pressed and clean, and and their hair was like all like nice and flowing in the wind, not like matted. And,
and with like barnacles.
So the Pirates of the Caribbean movie is really near to the real thing about pirates.
Well, aside from the supernatural.
From their images.
Oh yes, I would say so, closer too. In fact, that was something that Gore Verbinski did when he was even casting the extras. And big ups to Penny Rose, the costume mistress, costume designer for Pirates of the Caribbean. She made sure that all their clothes were like really worn and dirty and not, store bought.
That's why Pirates of the Caribbean is really good to cosplay because of the costumes.
You don't have to clean it that often. No, this is true. I have sometimes worn my outfit without washing, like maybe 3-4 days in a row.
Yeah, Guy does that too, right?
And I'm not a pirate.
Well, for armor, you just have to make sure that you're all polished up, right, and shined up.
Well, shifting from fictional pirates to factual pirates, what historical pirate is your favorite and why?
I would have to say Lima Hong.
The
Chinese pirate in Philippine waters, because apparently his career ran for a long period of time, and I'm assuming the longer your career, the more treasure you amass. Like a lot of these European, Caribbean pirates as well, they had short-lived careers because the Navy was always out for them, ports wouldn't open for their ships, they couldn't trade the treasure that they had plundered. The Chinese pirates, they could, fly under the radar, so to speak. Not that there were radars back then, but they knew all the places where they could smuggle their stuff in.
I think they're craftier, and they don't really think that my name has to be big, because the more famous you are, actually, the more dangerous your life is. The shorter your life expectancy.
Well, the Spaniards have to thank the Intramuros Wall because they protected the Manila for these Chinese pirates.
But also sometimes they would use that notoriety. If you're scared of me, nobody puts up a fight. Here, take our gold and leave us alone. It's like terrorism. Like those Somalian guys with the rocket launchers. Well, they're pirates.
So that's real pirates.
Well, you can ask something about their group.
Yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of pirates, what about your group? Tell us about something about the Black Pearl Philippines. Wow.
Okay, obviously we Black Pearl Philippines gets our name from the first Johnny Depp movie, Curse of the Black Pearl. It's also the name of the ship, the flagship of the series.
Well, it was still the fourth movie, just much smaller.
The bottle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to get it out of that bottle.
I mean, I can't even imagine how they put it in.
and nice how they worked it into the whole, that old, we've all seen like ships and bottles.
Yeah.
But it's nice how they worked it into the movie. And
Even the monkey's there.
Yeah, even
the monkey is in the bottle.
Yeah.
I love that monkey.
Now we have some photos and videos of Captain Hank Sparrow with the Black Pearl Philippines.
Me crew.
Yes. Let's take
Can
a
you
look.
guide us through them?
Let's see what we got here.
Wow.
Arr.
Here's the first picture. Wow, you look so peaceful in this picture.
You have so much more facial hair.
I have so much more around when they took this shot. This is one of my favorite vanity pics.
Wow.
I don't remember the name of the photographer, but
I really
for
love
me,
the expression on your face
yeah,
there.
vanity pics. I have to admit, money shot. Oh, this is excellent. This is from the Spanish galleon that came to Manila.
Oh, really?
The Andalusia.
Oh.
Full replica wooden ship. This is below the decks. All right. Even that light and that lamp. That's a full replica 16th century lamp. Okay, there's the ship. Wonderful. You can see all wood. I think it may have an engine, but it's a full working ship. It can run on the wind.
Oh, really?
They don't have like slaves in the bottom.
No, not a galley. Wind.
Oh,
Wind.
okay.
No rowers.
There's a close up.
No rowing required. Yeah, I mean you can tell. You see the ropes,
Yeah.
the banisters, all the wood. That is so excellent.
You look as if you took over the ship.
Yeah.
That's what the Spanish sailors were thinking before they allowed me to board.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Stranger Tides, Pirates of the Caribbean 4
That's
on
the premiere?
Stranger Tides.
Yes,
Premier
Premier Night.
Premier
Oh,
night.
okay.
We totally rocked it. Most of our crew came out.
Yes, there were a lot. They even have the mermaids there.
Yes,
Oh.
that's Monique, and then our Blackbeard's actually a theater trained actor named Jamie Wilson.
Oh wow! So he really had the character
So
down.
every time you watch these movies, do you always in costume?
For the most part, yes, especially for any pirate movie premiere. But sometimes I enjoy watching the movie just by myself.
Okay.
You know, I fall in line and nobody's taking my picture in the exciting parts of the movie. Here I am with Superman.
Oh, okay.
Earlier we saw more shots of my crew at the BPP. The girl here is Karen. She's the one in the middle.
Yes.
She's Karen. She's my co-founder of Black Pearl Philippines as well.
And she
I think
plays as a.
In movie 4, this is her costume from movie 4. She plays the character of Penelope Cruz,
Oh
Angelica,
yes.
Blackbeard's daughter.
Wow.
This is our host from Torch.
And that's from Cosplay Mania.
Oh,
Actually, that photo.
Yes, that is from Cosplay.
Yes.
Cosplay
Cosplay
Mania.
Mania.
Yes, Tournament of Champions. She was our co-host as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, Gerard. This is Gerard. He was Superman earlier. Now he's an admiral.
Oh, okay.
We,
okay,
got
that's
promoted.
Superman. Okay, got promoted.
This is in
Wow.
PGH. This is one of our charities.
Oh, okay.
The Children's Ward at PGH.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, Black Pearl Philippines is into charities, so
Oh,
it's something that usually not a lot of people know.
So-
but I think that it's very commendable.
So you're not just a cosplay group, you're also a group for a cause, something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it ruins our reputation as pirates if people find out we have a pirate. So don't let it get around that.
They're like the Robin Hood of the.
No, but seriously though,
the nautical Robin Hood.
the kids are excellent. They're fun. They get upset when we show up without our costumes. Okay, here are more of our kids at PGH.
Oh.
I don't know if you can tell. It was our Christmas visit there. We gave them a little Christmas bag, piratey stuff. In this shot, that's the Admiral, who also earlier on was Superman.
Yeah.
And the heftier gentleman, sometimes our King George, but he left the crown at home.
But you're pirates, but you're giving stuff away. Aren't you supposed to take stuff and keep it for yourself?
I know, right? We're ruining our reputations. But just don't tell anybody we're nice.
Yeah.
And we have hearts, and they're not all black. Yes. Okay, this is some shots in LaSalle, the art cosplay. We did this.
You are with Batman,
Superman.
Superman. Who else?
Yes, the fine gentleman in tights from Justice.ph. Hi Tim, hi Glenmark. No, they're fun. Whenever I'm alone and I don't have any other pirates to cosplay with, they kind of adopt me.
Oh, okay.
When Captain Marvel's not there, they call Captain Jack Sparrow to fill the spot.
Still a captain.
This is a very nice photo. This area looks really nice and period.
Oh yes, this was taken in Fernwood.
Oh yeah,
Fernwood or
I
Fernbrook Garden.
I think Fernbrook.
Yes,
I think
this is
so.
in Alabama.
It's more for weddings.
Yes, more for weddings. But you see the carriage and the gentleman on the left in the top hat, our coachman.
Oh, okay.
He comes. I mean, that's part of their whole gig there.
And this reminds me of the movie on Stranger Tides where they had that cool sequence with the
Escape scene on the
Yes.
carriage. Yes, from Royal Albert Hall or something.
Yes.
When Sparrow's escaping, we wanted to get on the carriage, but the guy said the horse might not handle
Yeah,
it.
it might freak out. Well, anyway, let's move over to the video.
We have videos, and they're not pirated videos.
Original.
This is what's a pirate movie without a sword fight?
Yes.
Of course, here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's Captain Jack against the dark side of the Force, Darth Vader.
I wonder who won.
The big bad kahuna. Well,
What was this?
this was in the name of the convention was
New World.
You were there, yes,
New
New
Worlds.
Worlds.
Okay.
A couple of years back,
And
and
I think this was in Lorient.
I get away with my beard intact.
Yes,
My guy beard.
because he wasn't your dad. He wasn't your father.
No, he was not. No.
Well, one of the things.
And he
that-
makes me look good.
Yes, definitely.
More evil deeds than I can ever come up with.
Well, one of the things that really impresses me about your portrayal of Captain Jack is actually that you imbibe the character, and down to the speech patterns and mannerisms, you have them spot on. What process did you go through to achieve that effect?
Can I call my therapist?
Yes.
No, seriously, I just keep watching the movie, my original disc, not pirated, but the original Pirates of the Caribbean disc.
It's not it's an unpirated pirate.
It's already skipping because you know how it's like, I gotta do that line.
Are you sure it's not
stop,
pirated? It's
rewind. No, because I've played it so many times. Like, you know, stop, rewind. It's like, oh, is he walking? Like, how does he do that walk? And you know.
So it's just
like, how do I fix my beard? And like, okay, the red bead comes after the yellow bead and the green bead, you know.
Okay, how many hours did you spend in front of the television just looking at, you know, how the person moves?
I have not kept track. I do know for a fact that I still do it. Like, let's say if I was going to dress up as Sparrow today, I'm getting dressed and I've got the disc running while I'm getting dressed and I'm ready.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you, what tips or
I'm a fanboy.
what tips or pointers do you would give to other people interested in giving a convincing portrayal of a character? You're good at this.
If you have the material, buy more than one copy of the disc, because chances are, if you want to do it as intense as I do, you might actually burn out an original copy, or you know, start skipping, and you know, buy lens cleaner. Lens cleaner, yes, definitely. You gotta get one of those.
I didn't ever try that. Do they work? The lens cleaner?
No, I don't know.
No. Well, anyway, aside from Captain Jack, which character role by Johnny Depp was your favorite to portray? Because I know you did other characters besides Captain Jack.
That's funny because I haven't done any other characters aside from Jack Sparrow from Johnny Depp. Last year I did one really short thing for Sinestro, for the Green Lantern, and I am working on doing a Dark Shadows one. Dark Shadows, the new John Depp movie coming out. It's him and Tim Burton. Yes, most excellent. But I haven't taken that costume out in public yet. I've only done it at home, sort of like practicing at home. But he's the next one I want. I'm gonna do him definitely, probably by next week.
So
the movie opens.
You're gonna do that.
Yes, I'm gonna do that. And Tonto, when the Lone Ranger comes out, I want to do that. I saw the early photos. I'm like, yes, I want to be an Indian.
Well, a guy can be your Lone Ranger. He's definitely old enough.
You look good in that. I think you might even look better in that.
So, I'd like to ask, how are you preparing for this character? I mean, Johnny Depp's Dark Shadows character.
Well, because the movie's not out yet, I'm trying to get a copy of Twilight so that I know how to act like a proper vampire.
Because he's a vampire, this character. Okay.
But he has his own quirks.
No, I'm kidding. Of course, he's probably going to be way cooler than any of the Twilight vampires.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, are you really going to be like Edward?
Scissorhands or Cullen?
Edward Cullen.
Oh, I don't know. I'm more Team Jacob myself. Let's bring back Shark Boy.
But I think it's more of a comedic type role.
I think the take on, well, you know, with Tim Burton, Johnny Depp, I have a feeling it'd be something like the Addams Family. You know, that kind of light comedy horror.
What's the difference? Yung character of Johnny Depp to any other character. What will be the difference with this character?
Oh yeah, well I think he's a lot more uptight than Captain Jack. Captain Jack's kind of like laid back. He's got like that Keith Richards Rolling Stone vibe. This character is a little more stiff, although he's using the same English accent.
Oh, okay.
You know, but that's about it. Even his speech patterns are very.
Well, speaking of Johnny Depp, you know, he's such a versatile actor, and he can come up and step into almost any role that he sets his mind to. In 2013, he will be taking up the role of Tonto from Lone Ranger. How do you think he'll approach the character?
Yo ho ho and hi ho.
Yeah, it's a totally different, you know, character than anything he's played before. You know, so it's an Indian, obviously.
American Indian.
Yeah. So how do you think he'll take on the character? Because there's the, you know, stereotypical Indian role, you know, American Indian role.
True. Plus he's like the sidekick.
Yeah.
Right? Like Batman and Robin, Lone Ranger and Tonto. But I'm thinking, because he is John Depp, I have a feeling he might steal the show.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
You know, plus
just like Green Hornet, I felt that you know, the sidekick was actually
Kato?
Yeah, Kato
Yeah,
was
yeah.
actually taking over.
In the original and even in the new movie
Yes.
with Seth Rogen, you know, of course, Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah.
So I have a feeling, yes, Johnny Depp might totally Kato this Lone Ranger movie, you know?
Yes.
You're getting the inferences, mates.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're all having a little bit of rum.
Now, Johnny Depp's relationship with Disney has been long-standing and lucrative one. And now with Disney and Marvel and the success of the Avengers.
Oh yes, definitely. There's the biggest opening so far.
Now, are you seeing Johnny Depp as one of the superheroes? I mean, this is Disney and Marvel. So what about Johnny Depp as a superhero?
I know for a while there was talk, there was a little bit of gossip going around that he might be a Riddler in a Batman movie, you know, but obviously that fell through.
So
that didn't push through. But
what character do you think would fit him
What do you think would fit him?
for superhero?
nothing against Heath Ledger, but I think he might have been a good Joker,
Oh, really?
you know. As far as like, let me see, a Marvel universe.
Marvel Universe character. So it's somebody from that.
I know for a fact that also, aside from Robert Downey Jr., they were looking at Johnny Depp to do Tony Stark.
Oh, really?
Well, of course, he went to Robert Downey Jr.,
okay.
but he was another one they were thinking that might be a good Tony Stark.
Yeah, actually I can see him as Tony Stark.
But of course, I mean that role is now established. That's our DJ all the way. Nobody's gonna touch that. diba? Iron Man is Robert Downey or nobody.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what Marvel character.
Well, how about Henry Pym? You know, the
Henry Pym,
giant
the Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do that. You know, the scientist
Yeah,
going crazy.
scientists going crazy, you know, with
Getting bigger.
fit. That would fit Johnny Depp.
yeah.
Something like what he did to Secret Window.
Yes.
You know, that's it. The movie Secret Window.
So anything weird character will fit.
Well, I think I don't think it's necessarily weird. I think he just takes a character role and he makes it his own. He interprets it in a certain way, and then once you watch him do it his way, you can't imagine anybody else doing it.
It's a sign of a good actor.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
definitely the sign of a good actor.
His
Well,
spin on it, his stamp on it is just.
yes, that's definitely a possibility. Well, we had a lot of fun in this special pirate episode of the Cosplay Show. Well, do you have any last minute, for all the pirates out there, last minute messages for them?
Is that it?
Yes.
We're done?
Yes.
I don't want to go yet.
Oh.
But yes, I do have a last words to say. Hang on, I've got something on my treasure map right here. If anybody's in need of pirates, you can check out www.blackpearlfields.multiply.com or blackpearlphilippines@yahoo.com. Savvy?
Savvy, not savvy.
Not
If
savvy.
you don't go to them,
You're not savvy.
Well, we also have a YouTube channel if you're not savvy.
Yes.
It's Black Pearl Philippines, Black Pearl Fields TV. Arr, what's in this? Too much rum.
Alright, last week we had a short stroll through memory lane, giving you a background of the Cosplay Tournament of Champions. After the break, we'll guide you through an exclusive look at the Cosplay Tournament of Champions third impact.
Yes, third impact.
That sounds interesting.
Yes.
Let's go get a drink.
Arr,
Yo-ho! Drink up, me hotties.
Arr,
S-T-74.
SPD.
Arr. Arr.
Arr. Welcome back, mateys. Last week we had a short history of Cosplay Tournament of Champions
back from its inception in 2010.
Today, we're going to get into what you need to know to compete in this year's Cosplay Tournament of Champions 3rd Impact.
This year, the competition will be even tougher. We will be implementing some rule changes that will not only even up the playing field, but also better prepare the contestants for the Asian Regional Cosplay Championships in Singapore.
Yes, and if you're new to Cosplay Tournament of Champions, it's a nationwide pairs cosplay competition where you and your partner must compete in one of 8 qualifying grounds located throughout the country.
Every year, the Torch organizers review potential venues. Let's take a look at the dates and venues this year.
Yes.
Torch 3 will start on June 30th at the SM City Baguio Atrium.
And on July 14, SM City Cagayan de Oro Event Center.
Then we move to July 21st at the SM City Bacoor Cavite Event Center.
And on July 28 in Cebu.
Next is August 11th at the SM City Davao Event Center.
August 25, SM City North EDSA Annex, that's in Manila.
Where we will also celebrate International Cosplay Appreciation Day.
And on September 8, SM City Iloilo Event Center, that's a new leg.
Yes. And finally, on September 22nd at the SM Manila Cyber Zone Event Center.
As you can see, the biggest change in the Manila legs are no longer grouped together. In fact, they are spread in amongst the provincial legs. This was done to disperse the Manila leg contest.
Yes, and we're also beefing up the Torch legs themselves. In addition to Torch competition, we will also have a singles competition that's called the Cosplay Grand Prix. We'll also be revealing more details in a later episode. But suffice it to say, individual cosplayers will also have their own contest.
Yeah, just like last year, the competing teams will be limited to Japanese intellectual property, which includes anime, tokusatsu, video games, movies, or manga, but anything Japanese.
Yes.
And
both members must actually be from the same series.
Yes, same series.
Yes.
Okay.
We will also be requiring the teams to fill out an online form at Cosplay Mania website at http://www.cosplaymania.com. In addition, they must also submit their reference photos and skit music online. This is to prevent any possible technical difficulties on site.
We will also be requiring the teams to submit a clear photo of their passport or any documents that their passport is being processed. This is to ensure that the contestants are serious about representing the Philippines when the time comes.
So tell me if I'm getting this right. Basically, you cannot just register on site.
Yes.
You have to send all your requirements online,
yes,
including the photos, including the skit, music,
yes,
everything.
Yeah, that is very important. Online registration.
Yeah. Well, there are also some rule changes when it comes to Torch Grand Finals at Cosplay Mania 12. First of all, there will be a limit to 5 stage props so that people from other areas, they're not disadvantaged.
This is also a good idea since they will also face the restriction once they compete in ARCC. After all, the cost of transporting a ton of props to Singapore is not that cheap.
Yes,
so
it's very expensive. So in addition, the Grand Finals at Cosplay Mania 12 are international judges. Remember, we have international judges. They will be interviewing the teams before the competition. They will also ask questions about the skit as well as how the costumes were made. It's the way to make sure that they're the ones who really made the costumes. It will also give the judges a chance to see the costumes close up and personal. Because sometimes when you're far away and you're watching the skit, you can't really appreciate all the details.
Yes.
And that's really important. So we want to give the judges the opportunity to see all the details.
So to find out more about this rule change or anything else about the Torch 3 3rd Impact, please visit the website at www.cosplaymania.com.
Yes, good luck to everyone competing in Torch 3rd Impact. You have big shoes to fill. The Philippines will be the first country in history of ARCC to win back-to-back championships if and only if we win this year.
Yes. And that's it for another swashbuckling episode of the Cosplay Show.
And we would like to thank our producer Zenith, video editor and animator Jason Tapel, our marketing director Henry De Dios, Assistant Director John Magat Jr., and of course our Director Alex K. Sibu. And also we would like to thank Evergo for providing our lights, and of course our special guest Captain Hank Sparrow for creating the show. Arr.
And remember to visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Cosplay Show. The show is looking for advertisers, so if you'd like to advertise with us or you'd like us to review your cosplay related product, please email us at hdedios@cosplay.ph. Again, this is Pablo Barron.
And Guy Simpson.
Until next week, good night and keep cosplaying!